Okay, no country show today, so we're going to talk about country music. Country music I have on CD, mainly CD, and what I play on my show. And I'll be doing a new video called The Song a Day. So if you want to buy me coffee, leave the link in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for the views. I just recently got a short I did on Facebook. It's also here on YouTube. And the Facebook short got 5,000 views. So I'm very, very happy with that. And it was a busker who was singing a operatic version of an Elvis song called I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and his name was Matt Budd, so I'll give a shout out to Matt Budd. This is one of the main albums I play on my country music show. It has the spider typos, so it's impossible to the money spider typos are impossible to read. I got this album in Morrison's in Glastonbury, and I picked it up for £5, and it's this fantastic album. I'll have a couple of moans and groans about the album, mainly the font. The font is absolutely impossible to read. Also, the way the CDs are marketed and produced. You have CD1, CD2, CD3, and it's impossible to tell them apart. So if sometimes I will take this CD out, thinking it's that one, and taking it out, this one out, and thinking it's that one, all that sort of stuff, and I'll go to track, 5, and it's a completely different song. But luckily, the only grace about the way these things are made is when you put the CD into the CD player, and in the station, you have a display unit, and the tracks come up on the display unit, so I'm able to read the tracks on there, and that's how I'm able to get the track listing right. And I wish they had very different colors, and I wish these were legible. They're not legible. The only saving grace is they're in yellow and white on a red background, so I'm sort of half able to read them, and they're half the money spider typos, and sometimes they does. Excuse me, I can read the headlines, but underneath that I can't, and it's just it's crazy. But they're as the Patsy Cline song goes. So let's I can actually read I can read these through the phone camera quite happily, actually. So that might be an advantage. So yeah, I can actually read these through the phone camera, no problem, no problem. So let's go through some of the songs on these. You have Don Williams. I recall a Gypsy Woman. I listened to Don loads of times in the 80s. I had quite a few of his best of albums in my collection on vinyl. And wonderful, wonderful artist to listen to. He's just laid back and is able to tell a story, and just easy on the ear, and he has you singing away as well. Chris, I also quite like Chris Christopherson. Help Me Make It Through the Night. Of course, here are two songs, one after the other. Chris Christopherson, Help Me Make It Through the Night, and Willie Nelson, Always on My Mind, both covered by Elvis. And both of these songs were performed actually in the Glastonbury Music Festival by both artists concerned. So country music is actually closer to here than you would think. A lot of these artists have performed at Glastonbury, so that's very, very cool. There's songs on here I never knew until I got the album. Band Pussycat, a song called Mississippi, quite like that. Then, of course, there's Tammy Wynette, Stand By Your Man, and there's loads of different versions of this song. There's Lyle Lovett, there's the Blues Brothers, and I know there's somebody else that does a cover version of Stand By Your Man, and it's a good version as well. So there's quite a few, versions of this standard country song. And so I could nearly, on the plus side of this album, I could nearly do the whole show, the 2 hour show, on this from this CD, because there's so many varied artists on it. There's also bands like the Oak Ridge Boys. There's Jimmy Buffy, Margaritaville. There's Janis Joplin. I never really listened to Janis Joplin, but since getting this album, I have to say I have to go out and have to get her greatest hits album, but I'm not sure which one to get. The greatest hits one or the essential, or do I get the greatest hits and then get one of her studio albums? I don't think she had many albums in her catalogue. I know she died very young, and was a heavy drinker, but she left some quality songs. Over here we have Hank Williams, we have Patsy Cline and the Jordanaires. The Jordanaires did loads of backing vocals to lots of different artists, not just Elvis. Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line, and here is Elvis, Gentle on My Mind. Also, that's a cover of a Glenn Campbell song. Here's Roger Miller, King of the Road. That's an absolutely fantastic song, and I quite like Val Doonigan's version of King of the Road. And Val actually is from my hometown, Waterford, and he knocked the Beatles off the top of the charts, the Sgt. Pepper album, with Rocking Gently. So that's one. George Jones and Tammy Wynette, again Pussycat, 70s band. I think they're kind of a vocal group, and kind of there were men and women in it, and they were just very catchy tunes. So I wasn't aware of them until I came across this album. There's Willie Nelson, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, and Nancy Griffith, From a Distance. Did I see her live? Yes, I did. I saw her live in the Trip the Tip back in the day in Ireland, in Tipperary, and nobody was paying attention to her. But I have a friend called Maureen, and she was brought up in the Magnan Laundries, and the songwriter who wrote From a Distance helped do a song with various artists, and they did their version of From a Distance to help out the Magnan Laundries, and people like Sinead O'Connor and Daniel O'Donnell and others helped with that situation. Then we have Leon Woolnick and the Greenwood, The Wind Beneath My Wings. So this is a very, very good album. Overall, it's a great album to listen to. It's just the way it, my kind of P is the way it's presented. It's very difficult to tell CD1 from CD2, visually speaking, not audio wise. And if they had just had it in different colours, if they had different colours on the CDs, and the typos a bit more legible, rather than having to use your phone to magnify them. It's a very, very good album. And what I notice about these albums is there's, how would I say, they seem to be, they bring out a new version nearly every year, and it's the same kind of classic 10 tracks or classic 20 tracks on the album, and they'll put in different ones that were not on the album on the previous version. So I just kind of noticed that. So whatever the copyright thing is, can I see through the camera on this? Nah. Oh yeah, I can read there. So yeah. Roy Orbison. So this is what I'm wondering. Roy Orbison, is he a country singer, or is he a pop singer, or is he one of those artists that's crossover? There's Elvis Costello and Elvis Presley on the same track list, and then it said the Oak Ridge Boys. Elvira, I think one of them passed away recently. I'm not 100% sure. And the Mavericks, Dance the Night Away. I must get some of their albums actually, because a lot of them are kind of one hit. We perceive them to be one hit wonders, and they might have more good stuff, good gems hidden away. And there's Billy Swan and a song called I Can Help. I first heard Elvis sing that one, and I do believe Billy Swan has a duet with Shakin' Stevens, and they're also singing I Can Help. But I have the box set of Shakin' Stevens, Fire in the Blood, and that duet is not on that box set. But anyway, that's this country music CD, triple CD, the Hits album, and I highly recommend it. And if you can read the typos better than I can, well, more power to you. Again, thank you for all the views. Again, no country music show for the next few weeks. The station is a volunteer run station, so people are on holidays, and we will be back sometime in September. But you can go on GWSFM, and you can look up my country music show and see it on the schedule list. The playback system is in use, and you can see my show and all the other DJs as well, and you can listen to us anytime of your choosing. And so this is Stevie G, and thank you, and we will see you again in the next video.